As you can see on my screen, I've done over 117,000 euros in one day with my brand Ecom. And I know this is revenue, but here you can check the triple dashboard. So we did over 50k in profit that day. So first of all, who am I? My name is Timothy Kambala. I'm the founder of the e-commerce brand Ecom. Like here you can see our website. I started together with my mother and my brother. You can find a nice picture of us together here. And in this video, I'll give you a full step-by-step process on how to achieve results like this with your brand. And first of all, I also have a free school community, which people basically charge thousands for with lots of value. So if you're interested, make sure to check it out through the link in the description. But let's get right into it. So let's first start talking about the marketing strategy. Because for big days like this, you need to have a very strong special offer, which you don't run every day of the year. And then it's just communicating this offer on all platforms. So basically you're using multiple different ways to communicate with your customer. That's how marketing works. Usually with your e-commerce brand, you're communicating with them through email, through meta ads, through Google, through TikTok, or any other platform. And how it's working for us, and I expect for most other brands as well, is that your biggest communication platforms are going to be email marketing and meta. And in this, right now, I will explain you exactly for each platform how you should communicate with your customers. So first of all, let's start with email. I listed email on top because this is really the most important part to achieve days like this, and especially to generate profits like this. Because the beautiful thing about email is once you've captured your customer's email, you can communicate with them for free. So first of all, what should you do with your email strategy? So if you're gonna run a special offer like this, you need to build hype beforehand. So first of all, what is a special offer? Well, like for our specific brands, we usually have just a normal discount, a bundle discount year round for the entire year. So people can buy like a bundle of products for like a special offer. However, on this specific day and this week, just in general, we had a buy one get one free offer. So that's what I mean with special, like something which people don't see every day, and that gives them a reason to buy and to really feel the need to buy right now. So what should you do with your email marketing then? Well, first of all, it's very important to build hype beforehand, because this will for sure increase the results. So let's say, next week you're going to run the offer. Like you can already tease people like, hey, are you ready for the biggest sale of the year coming next week? Sending out emails like this. Maybe you could even go one step further, building up a wait list, telling people, hey, like make sure that you don't miss out on this offer, and you're sure to get stock, or you're sure to access the discount first. And you can do that by signing up on this wait list, and then you maybe have a couple hours or maybe even a full day of like exclusive access to your discount code, like something like that. Yeah, like this all just is basically about building hype, like making sure as much people are aware and hyped for the special offer that you're going to run. So that is really the most important thing with your email marketing. And then once you launch, it's just very simple. On your launch day, just send out an email to your entire list this morning, like in the morning. So let's say you're selling, you have a shoe brand. You're usually selling shoes for around $100. And maybe you also already offer like something that, hey, you can buy like 2 pairs of shoes for 20% off. But then you have this big sales, big offer coming up, which is a buy one get one free. So people can buy 2 pairs of shoes for the price of one. And this will work very well. So once you've built up the hype, then you just on the launch day, just send out the email to your entire list, because they have already been hyped up. And just by sending this, people will go to your website and buy, and this will already achieve very, very good results. So yeah, that's as simple as that for email. You shouldn't overcomplicate this. It's just very simple. Build up hype, and just build up hype before the sale and during the sale. Just let them know through email that you have your sale going on. And also probably the most complicated part is communicating your offer through meta ads. Because your group of customers or potential customers are not all in your email list. and probably also not even everyone will open them if they are your customers. So also you need to try to reach your existing customer base through meta ads, but also just this big group of people who haven't bought yet, but they are ready to buy, especially when you run a special offer like this. Like sales like this work very, very well for people who have just been like not sure whether they should buy your product or not, and then once you run a big sale, that's when you just squeeze the sponge, and like all these people that were just still like contemplating, that's when they make a decision to buy. So first of all, what you need to do is you need to create lots of creatives highlighting the sale. So do everything. Make statics, just like simple pictures of your products showing the sale, like, hey, get your sale right now. Videos of influencers, UGC creators talking about the sale. Yourself as a founder, just come up. How can you like let people know that there is a sale going on and make it? And then it's just as simple as that, like, as I already have said in previous videos, I would for sure advise you to just run one simple CBO campaign per region. And what you do then is once you have your sale creatives, on the launch day, you just throw them into your CBO campaign. And you just let Meta do the magic. And what you realize is that literally immediately, like some of your sale creatives will basically take over all spend of your entire campaign. Because Meta knows, like they already know, hey, the click-through rate is insanely high on these creatives. So like it will basically take over all spend and your performance will be crazy. However, one big tip, and that is something with the mistake which we have made before as well in other sale moments, is that you should make sure to just upload all your creatives like a couple days before your sale will happen. Don't do it on the same day in the morning, because especially if you're gonna launch like 20 creatives or like a huge group of creatives at the same time, and then something is loading slow, there's some error in Meta, and you know your sale starts in 30 minutes, that will be very, very stressful. So what you can do, you can already upload them a couple days before in your campaign and just have them on inactive, and then it's just very simple. Once you launch your sale, just click them on. So yeah, that's the first part. Just create lots of creatives highlighting the sale and then just throw them into your regular CBO campaign. It's that simple. And then the next beautiful thing is, because let's say your brand is currently spending $500 a day, 1K, 2K a day. Like let's say your brand is spending at a current level. But because you are having this sale, like people, like your conversion rates, like people, your click-through rate on the ads will be much, much better than than previously. So you'll be able to scale your budget heavily. So like on these special, like I would never advise us to do just like on a general, but on these special moments, like a sale which only lasts a couple days, then you should do some serve scaling. And with serve scaling, I mean that because in my previous videos, I've explained that you should adjust your budget once per day. But on serve scaling, you're adjusting your budget multiple times a day. What you should do is just tracking your NCPA like every 1 to 2 hours. So basically, let's say you're starting with 2K a day and you see your results are insane. Your ads are performing very, very well. Then, so then if that's the case, then you could even just double your budget from 2 to 4K a day. And then in the following hours, you just track your NCPA. Like you can just calculate it manually. You just write down on a piece of paper, you just write down, let's say it's 10 a.m. in the morning. You write down how much ad spend have I made so far. Then you also track how many new customers have I got so far at 10 a.m. in the morning. Then let's say we're 2 hours later at 12 p.m. Then you just check again, what's your ad spend level now? What's your new customer level now? You know how much extra you got, and then you can just calculate what was your NCPA for the last 2 hours. So you just keep track of, hey, on this higher budget, are my ads still performing well? If you still see very good results, then you can just scale it again. But I would advise to increase the budget maybe 2 to 4 times that day. So let's say first in the morning, like if you launch your ads at 8 a.m. and you see at 10 a.m., the results are insane, then you can increase it. Then let's say around 4 hours later at 2 p.m. you still see very good results. You could increase it again. Then around 6 p.m. you still see amazing results, and then you can increase it again. However, one important thing to take note is that you should filter out your email. And this is very, very hard because what will happen is Meta, like if you're gonna look at your performance, like your performance is gonna be for sure insane because like especially if you have a big email list, lots of your sales will come just through email. So you think, hey, my ads are performing very well, but it might not even be the case. It might just be your email just generating all these sales. And even in your ads manager in Meta, you'll probably see very good results there as well. But that's most likely a lie. And why is that a lie? Because of the attribution settings. So, because how usually your attribution settings are set is at a 7-day click, 1-day view, 1-day view period. So that means if someone has clicked on your ads in the last 7 days or has viewed your ads today, like in the last 24 hours, and they've made a sale, Meta will say this sale is from us. So lots of people that have been in your email list, they have probably already also clicked on your ads in the last 7 days, or they've seen your ads in the last 24 hours. So, but the only reason they bought was just by getting this email. So that's why you should really try to filter out email. There's no perfect method for this. It's kind of just a judge feeling as well. So, for example, how you could do this, like let's say your usual target NCPA is around $30. Then you should know, then you could know, hey, I think approximately like 30% of my sales today will be through email. So then you maybe find out, okay, so if I calculate my blended NCPA over like for my business, today it should not be 30, but it should be $20, like just things like that. So like you already filter out that this $10 range will be attributed to email. So you can need to filter that out, and then you want to see like a blended of 20, just something like that. I know it's very, very hard, but I think you know your brands the best. You know what your results are in your Klaviyo. You know what you can usually expect from email. And also over time, if you do this multiple times, you'll get a better feeling for it. And then also one final thing is like if your sale is longer than 1 day, be conservative. So be conservative with scaling the budget. We've done this mistake ourselves. Like you see your revenue increasing. You're so hyped. But in the end, you realize you just literally burned profits. Because especially one thing which can happen is just that your email is just really taking up so much. It just really just disturbing the metrics, and your email makes you think that your ads are performing very, very, very well, whilst it's not happening. So, and the beautiful thing is because if you've already, like let's say you make $20 profit per customer on gross profit. So if you spend $30 to acquire that customer, you just lost $10. So, and once you've spent that money already, you cannot get it back. And if your sale is happening for, let's say, a week, there's no rush to get the sale today. So it's okay to not achieve all the sales. In an example, we did very great numbers in 1 day, but you don't have to do these big numbers in 1 day. What you want to do is as much profit as possible. So better be conservative. Better make sure that you're not losing money on your customers. So be conservative with scaling the budget, and maybe at the end of the day you realize, oh, I could have spent more on Meta that day. Like you see your performance, like you were just way too profitable, like your margins were way too high. You feel like you could have increased your ad spend, which would have led to an increase in profits. So if you realize that, then just next day you just increase your budget, and then you'll get these customers which you haven't reached. So really, if your sale is happening for multiple days, there is no rush. Be conservative with scaling your budget, because once you've spent too much to acquire a customer, you can never get this back. And we've done this ourselves. Before this exact record day, we had another sale about a couple months before, and we scaled the budget insanely. And we saw also it was lower than this 170K, but we saw a new profit, a new record revenue. But then we realized afterwards, hey, I think we just lost money. Yeah, I think we literally just lost money. We lost like thousands of euros by overspending. And what is another good way to track to that? That is through Triple Whale. Because here on Triple Whale, the beautiful thing is you can track your profits on an hourly basis. And this is just with the free version of Triple. You can see we don't even pay for Triple Whale. On the free version, you can track your profits on an hourly basis. So like let's say like probably that the peak periods of the business will be like around 8 9 10 a.m in the morning, then like it's gonna slow down, and then at like 6 to like 9 p.m like another peak is gonna come. So like how your graph should be. So your graph should be like a peak there, kind of stable, and then a kind of peak there, and then kind of moves out again. So that if like at 1 p.m, let's say you're doing 3K profits per day, and then at some point you're like you're expect like let's say that this would be like a normal curve, and at some point you see the next hour, like you just increase your budget, you just doubled your budget, and then in the next hour your profit decreased from 3K in an hour to like 5K 500 in an hour. Hey, something is wrong, I might be overspending. Or especially if it goes into the negative, that's when when you're really overspending, because you're just literally losing money every hour. So on top of that, this triple wheel graph will give you a nice hourly profit graph, which will give you like even like an additional showcase of, hey, am I making more money right now or not? So these are really the most important things regarding your meta ad strategy within a sale period. So to summarize it again, it's first create lots of creatives, throw them into your CBO campaign, and be in mind that you can that you can scale your budget heavily during that day. You can do some serve scaling, but make sure to filter out your email. I know it's hard, but try to kind of make a judgment. Hey, are these extra sales coming through email or through your ads? Because if they're coming through your email and you're scaling your budget, then you're probably just wasting money and you're losing money on your ads. And also calculate your NCPA yourself manually. Also, additionally, just track your hours and track your profits in triple wheel to see your hourly profits and see, do I even make profit like in the last couple hours? That's what you can see as well. And the most important thing I would even say, please be conservative. Like, don't be too hyped with, hey, my revenue is going crazy, it's growing, because probably like there's a big chance you might be overspending. Like if you don't filter out email, you're probably really overspending. Then the next communication platform to reach your customers is Google. So during these days, Google can be scaled as well. And that's because Google is mostly working as a retargeting platform. So you're reaching the people on Meta, and then with Google, you retarget them. Like maybe with these banner ads on different websites, Google Shopping, just different things, different ways that which Google advertises. It's just working as mostly as a retargeting platform, at least for our brand. If your Meta budget increases, you'll reach more people. Your Google budget can also increase, and because it's also able to reach more people. But just do it, just make some assumptions. Okay, I think I might, for example, double my budget, and don't be too aggressive. Just change it and just check after one day, hey, how is it going on Google? Is the performance like crazy or is it normal? So don't do like some very aggressive search scaling. Just increase your budget, but don't be too aggressive. And for if you're advertising on TikTok or any other platforms, and if they work for you as a retargeting platform, because that's how they are working for us, like TikTok is mostly retargeting for us, it's literally the same. You can scale the budget as well, not as much and not as aggressive as Meta, but just increase your budget. Just check after one day how were the results, and then you adjust. Don't be like mostly focus on Meta and email. Like this will really be your bread and butter, and then but still you'll be able to increase your budget on your other platforms as well. So keep that in mind. And now let's talk about the important offer strategy of your business. Because as I said before, you cannot do this year round. Like you cannot have some such special offer every day of the week, because then it won't incentivize people to buy, because they can just also get the same deal 2 weeks later. So what I would advise you with your brand, with your offer strategy, is to have basically a very good year-round offer. So you're just having a very strong offer the entire year, which is like just a good deal, like maybe some bundles with like a free gift, and this works year-round to for people to convince them to buy. But then around like 4 periods per day, like for example here during the Black Friday period, or maybe like some summer sale in May as well, and in Feb, or like you can do it however you want, but I just put made like a quick draft like this. You will have a special offer, and it needs to be important that your this offer is better than your year-round hero offer, because your customers, they are not stupid. Like, you cannot just say, hey, we have a big sale right now, but it's just the same offer as always, because the people that are buying during a sale are the people that already know your brand. So they either are probably already a customer from you and they buy again, or they've seen your ads for weeks, for months, and they just haven't made the decision to buy yet. And then this discount, this special offer will convince them. Because, like, think about it. Let's say you've never heard of a brand. And then if they are screaming like, hey, a big discount right now, buy one, get one free, you won't care that much. Like, you don't even know this brand. But if you have been seeing this brand for like months, and you think, hey, should I buy it or not? And then they run a discount. That's when you're gonna be much more inclined to buy from them. So yeah, this is the group. So the group of people that is gonna buy from you is basically generated over the time before. Like, you're really filling up the sponge, and during a sale you just squeeze it. That's why it's very, very good to just have tactical sale periods over the year, but don't do it too often. So yeah, and so again, have your year-round hero offer, and then just 4 times a year you can have this special offer for, let's say, a week. And that's when you will do these record days. And then what software do you need to do all of this? Well, you don't need that much. So what I showed you before, you need Triple Wheel, and you can just use the free version. And why Triple Wheel? Because with this you can just very easily track your, as you can see here, you can very easily track your hourly profits. Like, you can just see a very good live view of all metrics, because in Shopify it's a bit harder. And the best thing is just your blended ad spend over time and your hourly profits. So that's the good thing about Triple Wheel. And then what else do you need? So you need like a email marketing software like Klaviyo. We use Klaviyo because email will be playing such a big role, because this big pool of like your customers is sitting there for free in your email list. So it's an amazing way to communicate with your customers or potential customers. So Klaviyo is also a very, very important tool. Then Gorgeous is the customer service software, because please keep in mind that during this period your tickets will increase as your revenue will increase as well. So use a good software to handle that, like Gorgeous. And another very great tool is 11 Labs. 11 Labs is an AI tool which lets you make creatives with AI voiceovers. And so, like, during these periods when you just want to create lots of different creatives for your sale, you can use a tool like 11 Labs to just quickly make different kinds of iterations. But I'm not saying only make AI voiceovers. Make everything. Make founder videos. Use creators. Make static acts. Create nice statics. But on top of that, you can also use 11 Labs to create also a bunch of different AI voiceovers, AI creatives for a very, very good price. And besides that, there are lots of other softwares you could use, but honestly, you don't even need that much. Like, just the most important thing is that you just use Triple Wheel to track your hourly profits, and you just use Klaviyo or another email marketing software to do email marketing, because that's really key during these sale periods. And then lastly, so what should you prepare with the backend? Honestly, also not that much. It's just 2 important things. One is you should make sure your customer service can handle it, because during this period you'll get a big increase in emails. Because if you're selling more, you're reaching more customers, more people will have questions. So make sure you account for that. Make sure, like, let's say usually you have 1,000 tickets or 100 tickets per day. Keep in mind that now you might have 200, maybe 300, 400 tickets per day. So make sure you have people ready to be answering those emails. And another important thing is communicate with your 3PL. Like, if you have a real strong brand and if you really build hype, then you also have a very special offer. Like, let's say if you're normally doing 50 orders a day, with a good sale, you might have now, let's say, 500 orders a day. Your business can literally 10x overnight. So make sure your 3PL is ready for that, because otherwise you'll have delays, you'll have problems, you'll probably harm your relationship with your 3PL as well. Like, so just warn them beforehand. Hey, I'm gonna run this sale. Do it well in time so they can also plan their staff. And yeah, just to make sure that everything runs smoothly. Besides that, like your meta strategy, like it's just clicking the same button, it doesn't really change. So really just the back end of your business, your customer service and your 3PL is really the most important aspect to make sure everything runs smoothly during this sale. So yeah, then again, to summarize. So first of all, to run big days like this, you need to have a really strong special offer. And as I said, so don't have this offer every day of the year. Like you have your hero offer, which you run every day, but then have some tactical moments, like for example, 4 times per year when you have this special offer, just to squeeze out really the sponge of people who are just not sure, because that's when you'll do these big days and you'll see these huge spikes in revenue, and they are very successful. Like every brand is doing this. Like it's yeah, it's nothing special. If you take a look in the market, if you see what are these big billion-dollar companies doing, they're doing exactly the same. So you need to have your special offer, and then with your marketing strategy, make sure to really master your email, build the hype, send out and then just send out emails. Very simple. And then with Meta, create lots of creatives. You can do serve scaling. So track now your NCPO on a hourly basis. Also, please upload your ads a couple days before. It will save you a lot of stress. And also make sure to filter out your email performance. So yeah, really try to think, okay, I just made these sales today. However, how much can I attribute to email and how much to your ads? And then just use the part for the ads to determine if you should scale your budget or not. And please be conservative. So really don't try to over index your meta. Like you rather be on the conservative side. You're saying, hey, like this big group of orders coming through email, whilst it actually might not be the case. But then you realize at the end of the day, when looking at your metrics, really analyzing, and then you'll kind of get the feeling, hey, did I overspend or not? Because what you want to avoid is that at the end of the day, you'll realize, oh, I just literally burned thousands of euros on ads, because these euros you will never get back. But if you see, oh, actually, I could have spent like 20% more and made 2K more profits, no worries. Your sale is still happening for 6 more days if your sale is a week. And then you just get this profit the next day. There's no rush. Be conservative, because we are here to make, like, even though I'm showing you these revenue numbers, you're building a business to make profits, not revenue. Because, yeah, what can you do with revenue? So yeah, so this was basically the entire strategy of how we did 117K in one day, and how you can achieve big numbers like this with your own brand as well. And as I said in the beginning of this video, I have a free e-commerce community, and we are sharing basically so much value for free. Like I do this YouTube channel, but there it goes even more in depth, and people are charging thousands for this. So make sure to check it out through the link in the description. Also make sure to like, subscribe to this channel, and please let me know in the comments what kind of topics you want me to cover next, and then I'll make sure to make videos about it. So see you in the next video.